Only 1 year after the U.S. military fled in disarray from Afghanistan, a new report is shedding light on how much of the more than $2.3 trillion in funding for the war went to shady sources. When looking at the $108 billion the U.S. paid out to contractors, more than a third of both the domestic and foreign recipients are listed as undisclosed.
These funds were distributed and spent with a significant lack of transparency. When the Defense Department registers certain contract recipients as undisclosed or miscellaneous, it becomes difficult or impossible to track contract spending.
So if the money went to undisclosed sources, then what was it really spent on, and how much was used to fuel corruption? Such questions appear to be nothing new for the ravaged country that was occupied by the U.S. for nearly 2 decades. Whether it was the Afghanistan papers, which were published by the Washington Post and then quickly forgotten about in the mainstream media, or the annual Special Inspector General reports, which have shown misconduct and missing funds year after year. This latest revelation is just another reminder of the clear problems with contract spending by the U.S. It even cites a 2011 commission, which found that at least 30% of contract spending was lost to corruption or waste. A reminder that this has been a problem for more than a decade, and nothing has been done to stop it.
A subcontractor of Lockheed Martin submitted fraudulent invoices that resulted in overbilling the Department of Defense millions of dollars. Other examples include incomplete and shoddy construction of school buildings, warehouses, and other facilities.
But just because the U.S. has declared it's done with Afghanistan doesn't mean it's done with the habit of generously sending out billions of dollars in military aid with no oversight. Instead, the focus has turned to Ukraine, where the Biden administration just signed off on its largest package yet, bringing billions of dollars in aid since the start of the year. Oh, and the few members of Congress who have attempted to fight for any kind of transparency when it comes to how the money is spent have been quickly shut down by the majority.
I've been in Ukraine twice now, and I haven't seen evidence of a lot of this humanitarian assistance.
There's no accountability. Like, we lost, what is it, $80 billion worth of equipment we left behind in Afghanistan. Lord knows where this stuff is going to end up.
If you want Congress to continue to approve tens of billions of dollars, you need to show us how you are making sure that that money is spent responsibly.
I mean, we don't get an accounting of where the money is going.
So whether it's the U.S. government shrugging their shoulders as yet another report suggests rampant corruption and money laundering in Afghanistan, or fighting back against the possibility of such a report to exist when it comes to spending in Ukraine, their actions and resistance against any form of accountability remain equally consistent and unpunished.